Hey everyone, it's CurlyHairedHero, and welcome back to Showdown Quickies. Now, once again, we're changing up the formula a tiny bit, because this time I've sort of decided to try to get into VGC. If you don't know what VGC is, it's the official format from the Pokemon company. Usually we play with small gun rules, which are kind of unofficial, or not kind of, they are unofficial rules that are made up by, small gun. And basically everyone kind of agrees to use those rules, which is fine, but the actual, providers of the game have their own sets of rules that they play with, especially when it comes to, tournaments and whatnot, which, they sponsor themselves. I've kind of stayed away from it because I don't like that they let you use legendaries. I like that Small Gun has the Uber tier. It puts legendaries, away, and I like in general the tier system. I feel like it really works. Whereas in VGC, it's kind of like, balls to the wall, go all out. Nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead and try and give it a shot. I have a team here that I basically just got from online because I didn't really know where to even get started. I'll include the link. I'll include the link in the description of where I got this team from. I'm probably gonna use a couple of teams from that sort of list later on as well, until I get sort of the hang of team building when it comes to VGC. But you see here we got the Primal Kyogre, which is pretty much a staple. It's either you get Gyarados or you get fucking Kyogre automatically. We got Xerneas. The thing about VGC is that you're only allowed 2 legendaries, and those are like the top tier legendaries. Like, even though Thundurus is kind of a legendary technically, they have a specific list. I'll include that again, I guess, in the description as well. We have a Mega Mawile here. We have a Ludicolo, which I guess is just to combat Kyogre primarily, I'm guessing. And we also have a Talonflame. The other thing about VGC that is that they're all double battles, and you can only use 4 Pokemon. So that's what makes it even really complicated for me. Aside from the fact that you have to pick 4 Pokemon, so usually you would see all your Pokemon, or you would see all your opponent's Pokemon there, and you'd think like, alright, they're gonna maybe start with this is gonna be an issue. When this comes up, I can counter that. That probably has this moveset, this works with that. You can kind of figure that out. The fact that you can only use 4 Pokemon narrows that even, harder, because you might, bring, for example, I can bring my Talonflame in case he brings his Ferrothorn, but then he might not even use that. So then I kind of have just Talonflame just for the sake of having Talonflame. So that's kind of something you gotta kind of like work with, because it's an extra layer of prediction on top of everything. But in addition, it's also double battles. I am fucking horrible at double battles, unfortunately. I don't know what it is, but I just can't wrap my head around it, or I can't be very effective when it comes to double battles. They're just kind of weird, obnoxious, difficult things for me. So we're just gonna go ahead and start this up. He starts off with a Sableye and a Kangaskhan, which is really annoying because I've noticed everyone uses Mega Kangaskhan. I start off with my Talonflame and my Mawile here. I was hoping I could use the Talonflame to get rid of the Ferrothorn, because I figured he would start with that, but instead he starts out with the Sableye. You can also see that I'm doing this a lot slower than my usual Showdown Quickies, where I kind of just shotgun through everything. Whoops, hit the mic there. Shotgun through everything. Whereas here I just kind of slow down. So he starts off with the Sableye. Switches out, goes into Kyogre, gets the intense sunlight, which really sucks. Then he Mega Evolves with his Kangaskhan. And I go ahead and Mega Evolve my Mawile while I'm at it. I use Protect with both of my Pokemon just to kind of scout out what he's doing. That's another VGC thing, is that pretty much everyone runs Protect, or actually pretty much every Pokemon runs Protect, because you're basically just I don't know how to describe it, but Protect is essential in VGC. So he tries to go for a Fake Out, doesn't do much. Next turn he switches into his Ferrothorn. I go for Sucker Punch. I miss because I was targeting the Kangaskhan, which sucks, but I managed to go for an Overheat on the Ferrothorn. I was trying to take out the Kangaskhan. Instead I took out the Ferrothorn, which is great, because that's really the only reason I needed my Talonflame in this battle, because he can't really do all too much. He goes ahead and with his Gyarados and uses these what's called a special move to him is like Persipipe blades. I don't know. I don't really use legendaries, so even though I have Omega Ruby, I didn't really see the move all that well. But it's basically a ground type move, which is why it did nothing to Talonflame here, and he takes down my Mawile pretty handedly. So then at that point I said, oh, I'll go for my Kyogre. The thing with Gyarados and Kyogre is when they're in their sort of primal forms, they can use the orbs to use their effects, which basically is a throwback to their old effects of Drought and I forgot what Kyogre's was. Shit. Drought and, well, whatever the fuck Kyogre has, you know, it'd make it just rain or make it really sunny. Since they nerfed that in Generation 5, where that only lasts 5 turns, even if it's with the effect, they went ahead and, you know, reversed it now with the new abilities, where they have, you know, intense sunlight and intense rain, where it just lasts as long as they're on the field, which I think is, you know, pretty decent and balanced. So yeah, I go into my Kyogre, go into Primordial State, make the rainfall, which is great because not only does it increase, you know, obviously water attacks, thunder hits automatically, but in this game, heavy rain, or I should say, since Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, heavy rain and intense sun, they cancel each other out. They cancel the other move out. So if it's heavy rain and you try to use fire attack, nothing happens. If it's intense sunlight and you try to use a water attack, nothing happens. So that's really interesting. So anyways, I switch out, go into my Thundurus here. He switches out from his Gyarados, obviously, so he can switch him in later to take out my Rain. Goes into this Cerebi, wow, Sableye here. I go for Protect, so I want to protect my Kyogre because I know he's going to get targeted. He goes for Retaliate. I'm not sure what he was expecting to die, but then he switches out his Mega Kangaskhan. He goes into his Girl is on Fire, his Kyogre, which blocks out my Rain. He goes for a Fake Out on my Thundurus, which sucks. Well, it doesn't really suck because I was gonna go for a Thunder Wave on the Kangaskhan, which isn't even there anymore. Go for an Ice Beam, which does pretty good damage, a lot better than I thought on the Gyarados. And then I decided to do the same thing, switch out so I can get my Rain back, go into my Talonflame here. Luckily, these guys are both flying types, so you can't really do much. He throws up a Magico, which is interesting because I can't really do much. I guess he was expecting maybe a Swagger or a Thunderbolt coming to him, which is silly. He hits both of my Pokemon with a Rock Slide with his Gyarados and completely destroys them. Because, like I said, they're flying types, so that obviously didn't help them out too much. And then obviously, the only thing I have left is my Kyogre here. Thankfully, he switches out because I got rid of his Sunlight. Goes into the Kangaskhan here, and I actually get kind of lucky. I get poisoned here, but that's fine because I managed to hit it off the Water Spout finally, which takes out, well, pretty much takes out both of his Pokemon. I say finally because I've been trying to use Water Spout this entire time. I did like 5 battles prior to this, and I could never get Water Spout to even work just because it's double battle and Kyogre's slow as fuck. So I'm poisoned down. Water Spout isn't going to do as good as damage, but it's better than anything. I should have actually gone for it this turn if I could have, but unfortunately the intense sun fucks me off. So the only move I have is Ice Beam. He hits me with the blades, does a shit ton of damage. I'm pretty much dead, and then I cannot do anything really, so I just go for Protect because obviously it doesn't really make a difference. I could go for an Ice Beam, it's not going to kill it off, maybe it would have frozen it, but I still would have ended up dying from the poison, so it wouldn't have made too much of a difference. So there goes my sort of first decent VGC battle. I only say decent because I actually went, you know, 1-to-1. But I promise I'll eventually get the hang of it. It's something that I really wanted to do a long time ago, but I just never found it appealing. So we'll see where this goes. Stay fresh.
He moves onward without pause until the day he completes his great quest